Are you a reasonable or emotional person? Take your times and think about your cases. There's some interesting simple test. You've seen the guys at the front of you, or maybe or side of the pews, and raise your hand in the front of pews first. You see, okay, and the side of pews. Okay, so maybe the front of pew is you maybe are reasonable person probably, and the side of pew you maybe are emotional persons. And not probably 100%, but maybe. And probably most of people think that the emotional will be thinking about by heart, and the reasonable person maybe think about his brain. And the other, most of people say the woman is more emotional than the man, and that the man is more reasonable than the woman. But not absolutely right, I think. So I want to say today, in my cases, so I'm very reasonable person. I think every person to say to me, you are so reasonable. So for reader, my case of sorry about that. My four real stories about my experience. How am I so reasonable? And after that, how to come over and how to harmonize two things. It's my stories. And when I ask you what is the most dominant to you make a decision, the emotional reason, and it is very difficult to define 100% clear cut. It's emotional reasonable. I think it's a very difficult thing. But in my cases, the brain science cards say that you may be reasonable and it is more developed in your left brain. The other cases you may be emotional, maybe developed the right brain thing. But I'm so maybe why I so reasonable. So in that cases, I'm thinking maybe some educated or something environment, my career. I go to the engineering college to be an expert. It will be experience to develop the repertoire, I think. So I went to my four short stories about that. How am I so reasonable? The last month, and chronologically to four stories. So I go to the Monterey Beach with my wife. So very beautiful beach, you know. So I'm an engineer. So I noticed that, oh, do you know, it's a very perfect sine wave here. My wife said, just beautiful waves, you know. And the next one, my wipers are fighting his bosses and come to me and flame her, flame him. So in that case, it's every time I'm a judge or the advice. So tell me everything. I tell you what is the problem and who's fault. But my wife don't want that. Just hugging her. I'm always your side. Don't worry about it. It's not important who's fault, what is the reason. And the third case is in my son. He got the last final exam. He got 90 point of degrees. It's a 10 point upgrade the last exam. In that cases, I say the first, you may be more effort, almost done. Just 10 point to be perfect, I said. But my wife said like that, oh, I'm very proud of you. You got 10 point upgrade last exam. So I may be happy. You may be more happy. In that cases, so absolutely, my son likes more my wife than me. The last cases, and last month, my son is a bicycle accident. It's a small accident, but he is fell off the road and some scratches in his left hand and knees. So in that cases, I'm first to say, be careful. How many times to say you be careful, you take bicycle? But my wife said just one sentence. Are you okay? It's so different to me. So the psychologist Plato said the emotion and reasons are like two horses to pull us to the opposite direction. So in my case, I'm thinking about why I'm so reasonable than the emotional in every cases. It may be I'm a thinking habit, I think. So the reasonable are also some are the strengths to analysis or persuade or understanding others in some powerful. But the emotion also his own strengths to motivate others. But I think about that. But every person is not 100% reasonable person or 100% emotional person, I think. If he has the emotion or reasonable, there's some part of emotion in it. And the emotion also have as a little part of reason in it, I think. So I think it is to harmonize is needed. So if you are thinking about the test, you know you are reasonable or emotional, and you are reasonable, you think, so you'll be more able to emotional in your thinking or habit and actions. And you'll be more emotional than to be thinking about some part of your reason. The balance of emotion and reason make you a happy life. Thank you.